Let's get it started.
Hello Sharks, I'd like to introduce the underlying problem of Spica cast. 1 in every 1,000 newborns suffer from hip dysplasia, which results in long-term joint problems if left untreated. The current solution is to place fiberglass Spica casts around the baby's hips and thighs and legs. There are countless problems with this cast, including intolerance to moisture, difficulty with changing diapers, which makes it harder on parents, and its bulky and uncomfortable design. We present you with the one grand solution, the nylon print cast.
The idea of making a cast out of 3D nylon print was developed by a designer named Jake Evil and is coined as the Cortex process. These casts are lightweight, they're thin, which means they're easy to wear under clothes. They also make it very easy for diapers to be changed when converted into a Spica cast format. You can actually bathe wearing the cast. They're completely waterproof, so they don't cause any sort of infection or discomfort, and they can be dried off super easily. They're recyclable when you don't need the cast anymore. And also, because it comes from a 3D printer, each cast is custom made, which means that they form to the infant or any injured person's body. And they can also be more stabilized in areas directly around the break and less stabilized to allow for ventilation in other areas. Okay, the first diagram we have explains the way that the two halves of the Spica cast would connect to fit over the child. It displays a series of permanent locking mechanisms made of little plastic slots in plastic, almost arrow-shaped inserts that would slide in and physically lock into the slots so that once the cast is placed on the child, it's permanent. It's not going to come undone, just like a regular cast, but it can also be printed in 2 pieces so that you can put it on the injured child more easily. The second diagram gives first a lower lateral view of the cast with the child's thigh and calf, showing how the attachment seam where these interlocking pieces would fall, and also how the design of the shape of the cast would give more structure around joints such as the knee and less structure around long bones in the leg. The frontal view is also on this page, and it shows the gap left in the center of the cast to put a diaper on the child, and the slots so that the diaper tabs can be fed through the cast and actually strapped around the outside of the cast because it's built so thin. You can see also on the next side, with the posterior view of the cast, the 2 slits in the back, which match those in the front, will allow the back slots of the diaper to wrap around the side as well and meet with those in the front. And you can see where the attachment seams run all the way down the side of the cast on both sides, which is also shown in the full lateral view, which shows how that seam runs all the way up to the hip, splitting the cast into 2 parts. The increased structure around the joints continues through the entire cast, mostly around the hips and the knees, but also around the ends of the cast at the top and around the ankle.
So the best part about the Cortex cast is that it's very affordable. Basically, you start with 6 programmers who will work to develop a program for a laser scanner, which will scan the hip or the leg, and then it will send that scan to the 3D printer, which will print out a cast designed exactly for that individual. So if there's a problem with only your left hip, there will be more plastic and more casting around your left hip to ensure safety there. The laser scanner runs for about $3,000, the 3D printer runs for about $20,000, and then the programmers are about $75,000 per person per year. So to get the operation off the ground and running in one hospital should take about $473,000. That's what we ask you Sharks to invest in order to get our business going. So what do you say?